Okay, let's go. Welcome to the stream, guys. Let's get into Spa, the multiplayer. Look view. See, everything is set up correctly. Spa server. A little bit busy, but okay. All right. Quite busy, but hey, why not? So I'm currently having this set up for the BMW, and I wanted to get a little bit more out of this, so that I will try first, and if people are appearing in the chat and maybe have some suggestions or questions, let me know, or maybe we can do a different car. This one is pretty set up correctly, if you ask me. I'm just gonna push the rear ride height even further, just to push myself a little bit, and with that a little bit more range on the rear, because it's behaving quite nicely in the fast corners and I want to keep it like that. So pushing this up a little bit together with that bump stop range should have the same ride height under load, under speed. Let's see how this car behaves now, shall we? Bana, good stuff, man. Awesome to hear. Decent setup is a good base for this game. Yeah, if you have a decent setup, then at least you can focus on your driving instead of learning wrong things. Let's see, I need to put the overlay. Moment. How do we? Yeah, okay, here. Ah, it's in the proper place. Noise. Don't have to change it then. Okay. Drive, let's go. Oh, wait, change this a little bit. Sorry for the technical issues. I need to change this here. This one needs to go because I cannot see the chat. I need to change this a little bit. Guy cap. Steer ratio 15. Nathan. I tried this morning with just understeering. Okay. So, yeah, that steer ratio, yeah, it's how much that the wheels are rotating. Well, I always have it on 15, but I can change that. I will do a few laps, and maybe I can change it immediately. Let's see. Moment, I need to... Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's return to the garage. Nathan, how much you put it on? Understeering. How do you do it? I run 14. Okay. Well, it's understeering, but then sometimes you're just pushing too hard. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. 14. Now I changed the ride height even more on the rear, and I was increased it on the bump stop range as well to compensate. I will just try this out. The setup is already pretty decent, but yeah, trying to push out a bit more. Let's see how this is behaving. I did not check the temps, of course. Now obviously I'm faster in VR, but yeah, we try this. I know Spa, I like Spa, it's my benchmark track. And I just got some new pedals, so that will be a little bit of an adjustment issue maybe. No, I don't have settings. I don't have a setting video yet for the HP reverb, but I'm planning to make it because people are asking for it. But I did not have the chance to explain it properly because I want to show the overlay. I'm sorry, not the overlay, but the OpenXR settings as well, and I cannot really find a way to get a screen mirror using OpenXR. I'm not sure, I don't really feel the difference for the steer ratio, I think, but we're gonna heat up the tires a little bit, go for that hot lap. See, it's understeering a little bit here. I got a comment in a video the other day that somebody was saying, yeah, if I drive the BMW, it feels slow, but I actually drive the same lap times as other cars. And I think that's a positive thing. So if it feels slow, it means you have more time to like react on the braking points. And okay, hot lap. Now it's not really a hot lap because we have 30 liters of fuel in it, but I like the 30 liters of fuel in the car because it's just like an average for, let's say, qualifying and race. You know, you're probably gonna be... Oh, it's just Al Rouge. Oh, this is still really good. I'm really curious what I can do here because in VR I can do like 217s, high 217s, but this is probably not the best braking point. We'll see. That's a bit slow. I have no braking pedal, so that also takes time to adjust. But I can dose the braking a little bit better now. Oh, almost 30. On the limit, yeah. On the limit. And on the top, when you're driving really fast, it is absolutely steering in perfectly. Oh, just to screw this up. What do we have here? Not perfect. Just one more. Okay, never mind. Let's make sure we're not in somebody's way. Start cruise shift here.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay. Question. Well, by the way, Barna, the settings that I'm using, this is what I use in VR as well. With the HP reverb and Open Composite with OpenXR. Now, the resolutions, first I need to speak about the graphics card. I'm running a 4090 and my processor is a 5800X. So maybe not be discouraged by this, but I can actually push this on 75. And what I also play around with a lot is the pixel density. This is the best way to get the 4090 on its knees. You know, if you increase this, then you, like, frame drops are guaranteed. But for the rest, just maybe look back in time how I have these settings. And this can also be very important, how the picture quality, how it looks, how the colors look. Oh, this for my opinion is just that this doesn't look very cartoonish. So, hey Joost man, welcome to the stream. You're way better than me. Best lap I can do. 18.4. Well, you could see that on the flat screen, on the pancake, I cannot even go for like 218, but I have a video about BMW. I'm driving 217, whatever. Now this is also on the LFM, so it's maybe a bit of extra weight here. Okay, let's go. Let's. I believe people have seen this. I think this looks. I think this is decent. This is something I need to try out when I go in VR again at some point. Just call this A5 high downforce. Now I was driving this car with low downforce as well. No success. You get a little bit of more speed, but you're suffering so much in the corners. So this car is just better with let's see, better with the downforce. Tire pressures work okay. Temperatures, maybe take out a bunch of fuel and try a hot lap again, and then we'll switch to another car. And just let me know in the chat which car you want to do. Jessica, well, you can actually, if you're like 5-6 seconds off the pace, the best thing of this is if you can actually like get to know the track better, then that first second you will find pretty easily, you know. And if you really want to improve, I should focus on like maybe the middle sector only first, because the problem when you're trying to improve with the delta, let's say you nail that first corner properly and you have like a -2 or -1 second on your best lap, then you get nervous and just screw it up probably. So maybe turn off, like just start driving, turn off the delta, and then after a day see how you improved, because I think the delta is really like can be like a little bit distracting sometimes. Okay, so I try with the negative, with the toe values I took off. It was 5, now it's 0. So let's see how this is behaving. This guy standing here weird, man.
There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you.
Oh.
Car left, clear left.
Let's go.
Spot's important, yeah. Just make sure we don't interfere with anybody's lap. Seems okay. Well, I found, Nathan, with the braking that when I'm in a split one lobby, I do find that people are braking later than me.
Incident clear. Green flag.
So yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just a moment. The streamlight is doing weird. Like so. Okay, let's go. I just took off that toe value. Now it's 0.0. And this is out in this outlet, but already feels a lot better. Over here it's still understeering though. I used to have a Thrustmaster brake pedal, and now I have the Sim Magic. And friends of me always said, like, why did you upgrade it yet? So I did now. So I cannot blame the pedals anymore for screwing up the braking. So I will try to see how these pedals maybe can make me faster.
Sector 1 is clear.
I'm just taking that last corner speed, it's a bit too high. So the car actually won't rotate in that last bend of the chicane.
Green flag in sector 2.
Not good.
That's a new fastest lap for Yamamoto, 2:18.00.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, okay. This is the way to do it, yeah? Go to the inside when you're coming out of the pit.
Brake temperatures are okay.
Looking good. I think this corner is actually one of the hardest, yeah. It's so strange going like a little bit downhill. Same for this one as well, yeah. Missing that apex a little bit there. A little bit of oversteer. Got somebody behind me. Looks a bit faster. Now if I can nail the chicane right, bus stop, then maybe there's like a half-second improvement. We'll see. What did I say? Half a second, yeah? 2:18.7. This looks a lot better as well. Just oversteering a little bit out of the corner, but this is another 10th gained. And for weakness braking, well, we will see. I'm gonna keep driving this BMW the whole season, and then
Yellow flag.
maybe other car will have better braking. Oh, okay, this is not good. Just lost all that time. I'm pushing it in the second gear. I really feel it accelerates better out of that corner if I put it in second gear. Now here it's very much understeery, so... And I invalidated the lap.
To watch the track limits.
Yes, crew chief, yes. Still good. I'm gonna push a bit here.
Green flag, you're clear.
Maybe the BMW is just heavy, that's why it's maybe like not braking best.
Yellow flag.
I'm running a pretty low brake bias, so that should not be the issue.
Yellow flag. Incident cleared.
Okay, what are you going to do? Yep. Thanks, mate. But I think I'm braking pretty late for this bus stop chicane with the BMW, so I think that looks decent, but maybe on other spots it's not perfect, and maybe track dependent as well. Yeah, overshooting it. Too bad. I'm just gonna call it a day. I think this is a really decent setup for the BMW. If you're advanced-ish. I'm gonna save this one as well as A6. Oh. A6. So good. So I was driving the Mercedes as well. I'm thinking about Mercedes next season, and I'm just trying that car a little bit, and I'm gonna do that now as well. Oh, and by the way, people in the chat, just send the messages if I did not see you. Then I just missed it, because last week I was looking through the chat when I stopped the stream, and I was like, oh my god, I did not like respond to everybody. There was so much messages I missed during the stream. So if you really feel like, ask the question again so I can see it. Let's see. 3 tires. Yeah. Well, if I run it on 3 in races, traction control, or I do it, sometimes I do 4, and if I do 4, I really feel I'm not losing time, but it drives a lot easier as well. So maybe 3, there is some advantage in it, but as a tire wear, I still want to test this out, because I'm testing out a lot of stuff with tire wear. It's a subject for everybody. Yeah, especially the mid-engine cars feel sensitive to this. Especially on the rear. Where is it? It's getting more busy and busy in this practice session. Well, doesn't matter. Jessica, 100 Racecraft. Well, that Racecraft you get pretty quickly, yeah? That safety rating, that's the main issue. But you can also try, Nathan, with that ABS, just push it even lower. Maybe you find the braking performance like that, I don't know. I was driving this a lot. And over here, so the current meta and what people are saying are like max camber all the time. Now this setup that I use for the Ferrari, which is not perfect yet, for me at least, there's still some issues with this setup. But what I found is when I push these values on the rear a little bit less, then actually gaining some stability and less wear. And it did not make me any slower. It even made me more consistent. So I'm rethinking this whole idea about the camber. So I have in the Setup Made Easy videos, I'm saying full camber, but now I'm not so sure anymore. On the front, I think it should be the max. Let's see. What was the main issue with this car? I believe this one should be lower. Yes. I need to drive this to see, especially with the BOP in place. Well, front engine cars, I can really like with the front engine cars I can really attack and be really consistent and not be in weird spins or unpredictable stuff on curbs, you know, Aston Martin, BMW. I did not drive the Bentley though, but I'm also thinking about the Mercedes. I think it's interesting. Now I did the McLaren on one season as well, but that was also a season full of like fuck-ups and mistakes. And yeah, if you know, if you're a little bit like a half second slower in the front engine cars, but you don't make mistakes, then eventually you'll gain so much positions. So, but then others, they say, oh no, this Ferrari is great, I never want to change the car. So that's different for everybody. Yeah, but the Lexus is slow, yeah. It is really hurting. If they put on LFM, if they get it minus 40 kilos, I will be the absolute first one who will try it out. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna drive this now. We changed that setup, so I'm gonna make this A4 and see where we are. I think the track temps are okay. Start, man. Yeah, okay. Yes, but then it's different maybe in the 1.7 version. I think it's a lot better. In this 1.9 version, it's absolutely very hard to be competitive in it. Okay, let's go. Cannot focus full on the chat, but I will look later and I will see how this bad boy behaves. One car coming. W.
Got cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them.
Oh shit. Sensitive on the rear. Pushing a bit too hard here.
Yellow flag.
I think we have a bit too much of the brake bias, so I will just push that up a little bit. 59, maybe? Yeah. So, to get to know your top speed, what is competitive on Spa, I would say if you hit that like 265 mark, you're okay. So if you can do that, then you're in a good spot, I think. If it's lower, then maybe take some wing off.
Sector 2 is now green, B56.
So we did a 218 with the BMW, 218.7. So now it's time for this car. It's rotating a lot when we go fast, so maybe increase the bump stop range on the rear a little bit. I was decreasing that, but so the top speed, I think this looks good, yeah. Taking that curb here, taking that curb here. Ooh, almost dirty. Not the perfect exit though. We'll see how snappy it's gonna be here. It's okay. Hopefully the BMW is not gonna make me... it's gonna be in the way. Probably will be in our way. Maybe he will move along, yeah? Will he go to the side? Probably not. Still, we need to change the setup.
See, Schmitz has gone off in kennel.
Now here it's... I don't need to... Obviously I cannot go for my best braking point here because of this... No, it's not fast enough. Now we're gonna move along. No, we don't. I'm gonna change the setup a little bit. If was he giving me a bit more space, I would push through, but I feel like there's an issue with this car. Mercedes. Yeah, we're gonna pick that Mercedes next, yeah? I'm just so curious how it performs here and what we need to change about it. Because people are driving it, and you can be competitive with it. And you know what I like about the Mercedes in this instance? Nobody's driving it, and there's probably a reason for that, but... oh yeah, here's one. Can we see what he's driving? This is still his outlap. Well, that's what I sometimes do. I just look at them and see what they're doing. And it gives you some clues, yeah? How they drive, how they set up the car, maybe. So when I'm exiting the corner, it's kind of oversteery. And then on entry, it's very sensitive. It's very sensitive on the steering as well. So a higher ratio means like more sensitive or less ratio. I'm still not sure about this. I never really make a study of this steer ratio. Just kept it basic all the time, like standard. But this one I still need to want to increase, and I think I'm gonna decrease this one quite a bit. The problem with lowering this, it gets more aggressive on entry as well, and actually we don't need that. So to make that disappear maybe a little bit, I'm lowering the bump stop ranges as well. And this will demote oversteer on turning. And the brake bias we need to push up a little bit because that was really a little bit on the low side for this particular setup. And I'm having a little bit of stability issues on the rear. So I will also still increase this a little bit, and now I'll just see how this is behaving. Not really sure. But it's maybe fun, yeah, to see me struggle. And for ones who did not see the stream last week, the higher the numbers, the more trial and error, basically. Okay, good. Let's try for a few more laps. It's getting busier and busier in this server. 39 cars we have now. I don't really like that. I'll just try it out a little bit. Oh, more cars going out. Lower steer. Okay, mate. We're gonna change that as well. Lower steer ratio, so I think 16 then, because it's so sensitive. And the thing is, especially if you want to have a fast setup, like you're really pushing for that advanced level A setups, if you have a sensitive steering inputs, you know, if you just do a little bit of too much steering, then you can get in a weird place with some setups because you're lacking the stability on the rear. 16, so steer ratio gives me a clue what is different from the other setups. Okay, let's go. See how this behaves.
On your left, clear left.
Yeah.
Fastest lap for Abs.
Timpa, this is good stuff. It's funny because I'm learning every day from this car setup. It's only like a few menus, but so much that goes into it, yeah. Oh, this feels better. Is there one car coming? Nope. I think steer ratio can be something that is like a thing that you can like change if you're struggling with too much roll as well. If the car just steers in too much, at some point you can lower that value maybe a little bit. Obviously I had to invalidate this outlap as well.
Sector 3 is clear.
So we have a nice gap behind us and this guy in front. We're gonna create a little bit of a gap. We can easily have a decent run. Nope, over the understeer. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
P16.
I've driven on Forza 7 on the Xbox and the Forzas before that, and in this game I think I have like over 5,000 laps on Spa, and I still somehow are still a little bit uncertain for that first corner where the exact braking point is. What an understeer, mate. On throttle understeer. Let's see. Change the tow values and it's not helping. This looks pretty decent.
Yellow flag.
It's stable, yeah, it's a stable car.
Sector 3 is yellow.
Stable setup.
Chip has binned it in. Chicane, yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag.
This week I'm really looking out for this Spa. I'm probably gonna drive it a lot this week on LFM because Spa is just such a great track. Plenty opportunities to overtake and clean racing. Great potential for clean racing. not good, mate.
P15.
I need to change the... I still got a little bit of understeer. So that one I still need to change. Understeer on corner exit. So this needs to go back. And let's do this other way around, man. Let's go. So this just...
Okay, I know. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
This just means now it rotates more. That's all. Brake bias, flat area. Dampers. I'm really happy with the steer ratio, by the way. So 16 makes it a lot less sensitive. That's good. I like it. A6. Good. Unstable under braking. Yeah. Nathan, if you put a lot of rake in the Merc and then it's just sensitive on braking, yeah? Maybe there's some tuning ways maybe to set it up to help that, like reduce that a little bit. I'm gonna see. So I want to have a 218.5 on this track with this car that I actually desire. I'm gonna cheat my way into that lap time a little bit by removing a little bit of fuel. Maybe it will be better like this. 20 liters, so 10 kilos less, yeah? Okay. And it's quite busy in this lobby, so every time you increasing, like having a good lap, then there's somebody in front like blocking you, so actually really keen, determined on driving decent practice sessions, then you should just do them alone. And I don't like that I'm 14th in this practice lobby. It's not good for my health. I want to be like top 5, yeah?
Yellow flag.
Yeah, the front anti-roll bar, yeah? Yeah, it's quite high, I have to admit. I have some reasons for that.
Green flag.
Because it's already really powerful on the front when I'm turning in. You can see here as well, there's a nice balance there, and if I do the front a bit softer, then the rest of the setup sort of like needs to change again.
Green
But
flag, sector 3.
it's a good tip nonetheless. I think it looks good like this now. I like it. At least this outlap is pretty happy with this outlap. No weird stuff, you know. I'm gonna have a chat with this Honda probably. Oh, he's waiting as well. Okay. Porsche is going into the pit. Okay. Well, this gap should give us like 2 laps of breathing space, hopefully. Oh, this is horrible. Not the best turn one. Should be way more on the inside. You know, knowing where to be in a corner is one thing, but perfectly executed every time, that's the second. That's a great place to be standing still, mate. Proper racing.
Green flag, you're clear.
dirty. Bruh.
Need to watch the track limits. Okay, Arno, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Okay, well, gonna do one more lap after this one.
Green flag, incident clear. To go. That's 10 minutes left. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is now clear.
Pushing too hard here.
Green flag, sector 1.
So it's still a little bit understeering. I don't know if that's the nature of this car. Every time I leave the corner, it's just going in a straight line. Maybe it's just the preload. I need to increase the preload more. I don't know. It feels like a little bit unresponsive. Or I just need to make the rear anti-roll bar a bit stiffer, as could be the case as well. So this is the way I want to take that first corner. That's how I think it's okay. Well, the mental thing is I'm seeing that delta, but I need to focus on the lines, yeah?
Brake temperatures look good. Tire temperatures are fine.
Okay. Next corner. A little bit of understeer again. Missing the apex here, bruh, come on man.
Yellow flag.
Oh well, at least this is gonna be clean. Not invalidated here.
Okay, Arno.
Man, I'm so happy that I started this stream, because that steer ratio, that is something I just wasn't focusing on at all. And that's made this car a bit better to drive. So 218.2, this is looking very promising. And that puts me only in P14. So there's like a fast practice lobby we have here, yeah? Who are all these people? Ikoalev? I don't know who they are. Let's see. Try V-like approach. Yeah, the first corner, yeah? So I'm having a hard time looking at the chat and driving, so maybe that I will become better at this at some point. So yeah, pretty decent, I think. It'll just show what we have. For guys that are just checking in or did not hear it before, this rear camber in this car particular, knowing that I just normally go wide maximum rear camber, but for this car it feels like more stable like this, and I really feel like when you have it lowest there will be it's just running on a little bit of a smaller patch, and that gets harder as well. I feel like this is also not making the rear tires pick up that much heat, but that's pure mental thing. Maybe that's not true, I don't know. So yeah, this one maybe I want to try out like a little bit of a more extreme value to see how it's actually changing something. So it was 80, now I put it 160.
5 minutes left.
This will also mean that on entry it will be a little bit more lazy. It will probably want to go more in a straight line as we go into the corner, but we're gonna have to see. Maybe we need to have a little bit of less brake bias or screw around with the wheel rates. What has the greatest impact on tire wear during the race?
Just done a 217.
Sliding.
The leader has just done a 217.02.
Mr. Usain Bolt. I think sliding is hurting the tires the most. So, and traction control settings is something to look at as well. Now, if you want to test this for yourself, I would just go for 10 laps where you drive like maximum, you try to do maximum pace. And let's say if you're driving like this car, try with like this and try with this and see how your car is like, how the tires look like after 10 laps. And you can see in this screen here the tire sets. Oh, excuse me, try. So set 1 we have the wear over here and here, and you could see a difference, and I could really see a difference with camber, not the toe but the camber. Camber improves your wear. So if you put this a bit like this is a lot, most of us do it like this, but if you do like 1 degree less, you're gonna have less wear. If I run max wing on the M4, do I change the ride height? Nathan, in what situation? What do you mean? So when I have max wing on the BMW, it's around like 68 or 70. Depends a little bit on the track. On Spa, I had it on 71, but the bump stop ranges also have influence with this. Okay, good. What did we change? Preload differential. That's it. I think the wing is good, yeah. Wing 8. I want to have like 265 kilometers on the like after our Rouge, and on Camel Straight I want to have like 265 plus. If it would be like 275, then that's a lot, yeah.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Well, I'm just faster with max wing. You know, I can push harder in the middle sector, and when I actually nail corner 1 and have a proper exit before the last straight on Spa, I'm not suffering the top line speed. So if I take off the wing of the BMW, I just sacrifice so much in the corners. I used to buy setups from Coach Dave Academy in the previous update with that meta. Oh, this was really horrible meta. But they run a lot of max wing, so it's kind of a clue that a lot of wing still is really beneficial overall. With some cars, with the BMW, also with the Aston Martin, yeah, I can. Oh, like only Monza you need to take off the wing. Same goes for the BMW on Monza, less wing. Okay, good. Let's drive a couple of laps. I'm not sure if we're gonna improve, but that understeer we need to take out before I can actually get to the next one, because it's really, and I don't know if it's gonna be gone now because I'm struggling with this quite some time with this car.
There's a car behind. Stay inside the line.
Sometimes you just need to accept that the cars are like that. Somebody coming. See?
Clear left.
Yeah, now I need to go, yeah. And that car that now is behind, well, yeah, he doesn't have any
Far
issues.
left. Clear left.
And more cars coming. I think this is massively important, you know,
Green
just
flag in sector 3.
make sure you're not hindering
Check flags
anyone.
out. E14. Yellow flag. Green flag.
Maybe I'm gonna take off one click of wing just to try to get rid of that understeer.
Clear.
It's just how the car behaves. Okay, now it's oversteering.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I think it's better like this.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Also, the tires are not in the proper windows and temperature, so that's also something you need to consider.
Clear, incident clear.
Clear right.
I'm just gonna push it now.
Yellow flag.
Let's go. Let's put the traction control. So that first corner, exactly the same as that previous fast lap. Oh. So the server resets itself, yeah. Nice. What cars do you feel the best? Usain Bolt. Aston Martin. I really loved the Audi before that BOP slaughtered it on LFM. And I liked BMW, man, it's good. And I drove the McLaren a lot as well, but the problem for me with the McLaren is I have to drive it like a few days to get into the groove again. And I cannot... I'm also having this bad habit that I switch to the first gear in the McLaren. You should not do this. So, but yeah, those cars. And now I'm testing out the Ferrari just a little bit for fun. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do next season, but I'm really thinking about this Ferrari or maybe the Porsche, because I had a Porsche last week, was an absolute blast. Just waiting a bit. It looks like there's some gaps now. Now I'm curious, does it pick up the setup that we had? Because the server was resetting. No, it didn't. Okay. Because you feel like you don't have to push too fast. Yeah. Yeah, I feel with the McLaren as well that trail braking is somehow harder. You don't really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Six traction.
And clear. Stay behind the line.
That's what I really like about front-engine cars. You can just trail brake really aggressively, and when you go on throttle and it oversteers on you, it's very easy to correct. It's very easy to catch. And with the mid-engine cars, you need to like catch that really early, and the McLaren as well. If you don't respond to it in time, then it starts sliding and there's like no way back, yeah. But with the, if you have, I believe if you have a mid-engine cars and you have low anti-roll bar on the rear, this makes this problem also even worse. So if you have like a little bit of a stiffer rear anti-roll bar, it gets easier to catch on oversteer, but then again it creates oversteer as well, so it's like solving and creating the problem at the same time.
Yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag.
I'm just really pushing throttle in the corners to see if we can actually get it to oversteer. So it can be, that's the best thing about the Aston. Yeah, you can just floor the throttle and the car somehow automatically just rotates out of the corner the way you want it. That's why the Aston is so easy to drive. Okay, fast lap. Let's go. A little bit over braking, overshooting that corner a little bit.
15th place.
Yeah, it's OP now. That's right.
Back from Farmer, 217.
I have the feeling that the guys who decide the BOP are like Aston lovers and they want to push it in a new light. Oh well, we have some oversteer here. Almost in the wall. Keep Holland, yeah.
Was crashed in. Leku. Yellow flag, stay sharp. Green flag, all clear. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is yellow.
Oh, it drives better.
Sector 3.
Let's see. Bruh, again invalidate lap of understeer. And now I'm just more on the limit. Too much I ask. It behaves better than it did, so after this I will do one more hot lap and then let me know in the chat, guys, what would be a nice car to set up for Spa for next week, LFM Sprint Series. Maybe you can come up with a suggestion what car you want to see. I do one more lap with this bad boy and then we'll switch to a different car. Let's see. Now, come on. No track limits, okay? No track limits. Just on the racing line.
P17.
Decent braking points. Okay, a little bit too early on the throttle, on the brake here. I'm saying a little, but I'm actually a little bit, like a lot too early. Way too early on the brakes for that first corner. We'll see. I'll drive this lap first and then I'll see what everybody is saying.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Your brake temperatures look good.
I like this line, it's sliding a lot. Maybe not that good for tire wear,
Sector 3
but
is now yellow. Green flag sector 3.
think that preload differential is actually helping us out now. And that high preload, it's not really hurting the entry, I believe.
It's an clear, green flag.
I think it's
Sector 1, yellow flag.
but it's same with car setups. Maybe I said it before, but at some point you need to know where to stop changing the setup and just drive around the problem, basically. Ooh, almost invalidated there. Now, do mind, I screwed up that first corner, and I think it's really good. I think that first corner I could do like 2-3 tenths faster. So, pretty happy with this. Good setup. I would take this to a race for sure. Let's see. Aston, if you want to come P1, Ferrari, Lambo third, Merc AMG or the 992, Lambo, be brave, choose Porsche. Lambo is a monster with a good setup. And of course the driver. Yeah, you need both, yeah? Lambo's probably the most stable rear this car game. Yeah, I was driving Lambo a little bit, and you can push a lot of rear ride heights to make that start cornering properly without a lot of understeer, and you don't get the negative effects from it. So it's, I think Lambo is a pretty decent car. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna offend some people with this, but it feels kind of boring. I'm showing the setup. So the setup, this is the setup, yeah? Use this, try this. This is good. I like it. For my level at least. And so yeah. And if you're struggling with this, you can just do this, and then maybe it's not so happy on the tail. If things is too tail happy, then you can just like increase this one a little bit and maybe increase the bump. That's the only thing. Just increase this and that one, and then you're good. But that was not the setup. It was like this. 10, yeah? Shit, I forgot. Was it 10? I don't know. And this one was on 60. Parna, yeah, I think the Mercedes we can do. So, yeah. Good. Okay, go into the. I will do the Mercedes because that's quite hard to set up, and maybe we can come up with something nice for that car on the. Okay, boy, this one. Let's see. Now, Bana is basically like persuade me into using this one. Let's use this livery, yeah, so everybody can see I'm a Patreon. And I want to see if we can have like a little bit of a lobby that is not so... Like this is hot lap server. They have only one practice server. Sprint. Okay, this is a practice server as well. Try practice. Yeah, okay, this one. Oh, what? In here? Yeah. I like Merc, but it killed me a few times in Spa. Yeah. Okay. Un momento. How's that overlay look? This was a proper place, yeah. I'm gonna remove this one. Doesn't help anyone, I think. Yeah. Okay, we need to start from scratch here. Moment. Yep. what do we have? Okay, this caster settings I like. Maybe everybody's saying lowest camber. I'm not so sure anymore. This one I do at 0. Okay, mate. Let's see if traction control settings are actually not that aggressive, or they are aggressive, but maybe they're. But that we need to figure out, of course. So I'm using. Have you seen the video on the channel? I'm using just a preset. I'm doing this all the time. I had a lot of positive reactions. That video went absolute viral for my channel. It's absolutely amazing. I have some critic as well. People were complaining, you cannot do this. Well, I can, you know. It really helped me out. It helped a lot of people out. So I'm not gonna stop. So I say 25% of the slider on this one. And the bump stop rate as well. I feel this car needs to be adjusted with the bump stop rates. This is a value that not a lot of people are talking about, but it's definitely doing something. I just 1,000, 900, 900 it is. 20. Yeah, okay. Dampers. Just one moment, yeah. I want to do this preset in every car, but you can wait a bit for me, yeah? It's okay, yeah? 20% and 80% of the slider. Now there's a lot of talk about people saying you need to use a Motec, and that will probably be a lot better, but I don't have the time. Now we have a front splitter here as well. It seems so tempting to use this. I'm just gonna go for max wing because I don't know how fast this is going to be. 25% of the slider. Now in that video I'm saying 25% of the both of them, but I kinda already predicting that we're gonna do a little bit less on that front ride height, because I don't want to have, if you put this at 25% and this one for front engine cars, you're gonna have massive understeer, that I am sure of. But to make it like a preset video, I had to like come up with like a baseline. 55 and yeah, what, 75. Let's do this. Oh, I had it. Okay, now I'll just save and okay. Bana, I created a Discord, but I have not a lot of knowledge about the Discord. I did create one, and if you become a Patreon, then you will get access to it. But I don't want to force people into being Patreon. I mean, if people would support me, that would be awesome. So if I get more supporters, I can do this more. Now I'm just full-time job, and there's just a little bit of spare time that I have. I spend on like a live stream sometimes and some videos. But yeah, to figure out the complete Discord and everything, I was thinking if I get 10 people from the Patreon into the Discord, I would start like building the community there, you know. But for now, it's just I'm not sure how to attack this at the moment. I will put in the community tab when I go live. So if you're really wondering when he's going live, I will like pronounce that a few days in front on the community tab on the channel. Okay, let's drive this car. Let's see what this car will give us. I like the sound, yeah.
Negative's clear. Blue flag, got cold brakes all round.
I feel the field of view is a little bit off here. Feels like too much, so I will need to change that a little bit. Field of view.
Yellow flag.
No, this is okay. This is okay, bitch. Like this, yeah. Ah, this is better.
Green flag, you're clear of the incident.
Okay, let's see. You know, it's like day and night difference compared to that Ferrari. Understeer, understeer. It's like, now it goes on track, and then boom, that lap time goes red. First we need to invalidate the lap, yeah, before we can continue. Understeer. Probably brake bias, yeah. This lower. Oh, it's very stable here still, but it's very understeery as well. Very understeery here, understeer. So, to save myself some time, if it's behaving like this in an outlap, you know, a lot of people should say, yeah, you need to warm up the tires before you can change the setup. Trust me, if it's this understeering on your outlap, definitely something needs to change.
The leader's just done it.
Yeah, I have a single monitor now. And yeah, so it's okay, yeah. I don't think 2 extra monitors gonna make me quicker. VR is making me a second quicker, so let's say if I drove a 216 now, or sorry, a 218, then in VR I could probably do a 217.4. It's making me like a little bit like a half a second faster. Oh, it's like powerful, yeah. Can use that torque to rotate the car out of the slope corners. Let's see if we can manage this. You see that?
Keep it within the lines.
Okay, I know what to do. So that's the thing, yeah. If you have a car setup and you cannot go full throttle on Eau Rouge, it's useless. So this corner right here, it needs to be full throttle. If we cannot do that, then well, we're losing so much here. So that's if I go into split one lobbies and I need to lift here, then I even get in collisions. Well, Peter, I'm afraid to go into races without VR. So at the practice sessions it's okay, but I'm not going to go do races on a single screen. I have to do it in VR. And if I'm gonna do it on screen, then I will be like dropping like 200-300 points of elo, and I will probably be in some collisions as well. So understeer, we have lots of understeer. More ride height, and I take a little bit of that wing off, and we have some more travel on the front. So this is making, you should look at this like ride height under load and on top speed. So with the downforce in play, creating more range on the front will actually mean the front is going to be lower under load when we have fast corners. So this promotes more grip on the front when we're going fast. Electronics looks okay. I believe this looks okay. I don't have to change that for now. Steer ratio wise, I don't really feel unhappy about this. And I'm gonna increase that rebound because I feel like sometimes it can increase the grip in the front as well. We have quite some ride height on the rear now, so it will probably be a bit harder to drive now. Call this A1. I don't know what this one A1 is. Was 7 November. I have no idea what that is. I just throw it away. Just start from scratch again. Let's go. Few more laps. Okay. Change this bit. Moment. Okay. That one. And yes. I had to change the overlay a little bit, yeah, so
It looks clear.
it's a little bit annoying if it's a little bit on the in my field of view, yeah. Increase the tow. Yeah, okay, we'll do that next. Or if we're gonna have to see what's happening now.
The guy ahead has just posted a 219.62.
Yeah, tow values we definitely need to touch, yeah. I'm not gonna ignore them. Definitely we need to touch them, I totally agree. And we need to look at the tire pressures because I did not see what... Okay, this is the Merc, yeah? Still happy on entry.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag.
Still very understeer. I think the tow values can really help us out here. But still I don't have the pressure, so... What about this corner? This doesn't look so bad. That one needs to be full throttle, obviously. Now if I could really like aggressively brake in that corner, and it's not oversteering, so that's a good thing as well. I think there's quite some issues that are already solved in this setup. A little bit over braking here. Like I said, yeah, that first corner, it's... I don't know how much laps it's gonna take to actually be consistent in that first corner. I did the slightest lift because I actually want to know what lap time are we looking at and the top speed. I'm curious as well. Doesn't look so bad actually. Ah, it's okay. Tire pressure's also not in the perfect window. Bumping on the throttle a little bit here. A bit of a driver mistake there as well. Tow values definitely. I think some negative tow would go a long way. Especially here, yeah, it's not rotating in these faster bends. Over here it's not rotating the way I want it. Over here it's not rotating the way I want it. Actually had to invalidate this one.
These track limits.
But I'm curious what it's gonna be.
We think Zalo has stacked it in. Radio, green flag, sector 1.
Then again, here it's quite decent. I like the throttle, yeah, I like the torque. This is horrible. horrible lap time. Absolutely horrible. Barna, what kind of graphics card do you have? And yeah, try that setups out. Yeah, maybe you think they're absolute trash. It's very like personal preference. Yeah, 219.2. So massive rotation issues. Let's see who was saying this. Increase the toe. I always feel like when you increase it, it gets more stable. Let's see if we push this on 0.1 and on entry, I think this could help as well. I'm gonna try this as well, together with the toe values. This one. Yeah, and we have the pressures of the tires that could be a bit higher as well. There was somebody last week telling about HC Engineer. I did not have the time to check that. Fuel strategy, dampers, aero. The temperatures look alright. Standby, I need to like take my trousers off. Bana, what graphics card do you have? After this we can take the Porsche, yeah? And let's see. Okay. We changed the preload differential quite a lot. Bomb stop ranges. Oh, bomb stop ranges. I think even more on the front. Still very much. Wait, no. So on entry, excuse me. On entry, it was kind of okay. I liked it a lot, and on the back, it was still kind of understeering. Now we changed the preload differential a little bit. Now decreasing the bump stop range on the rear will make sure we have more rake in the car when we are on throttle, and this will definitely create oversteer in mid corner and corner exit. Front arrow, like 0. You mean Barna? Yeah, this one, yeah? Maybe that's a good idea. I'm not sure if that splitter is actually beneficial. Maybe we'll put it in the middle, like... That is true, but we still need to consider Al Rouge. I'm not sure, I don't know how high this car is. But we could go like 75 and 50. Why not? We have tire pressures now, hopefully, so we'll see. We'll try it out. Call this A2. Oh. Yeah, mate. Okay. Let's see how this behaves.
Exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Blue flag. Yellow flag.
No, but the splitter,
Incident, green flag.
you know. We can increase the splitter later, I don't know. I just need to like see what is what.
Yellow flag, stay sharp. Incident clear, back to green flag.
Merc should eat them, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the weapon, yeah. I think if you're being chased down by a Ferrari or something, and the guy behind is not super experienced, just take curves all the time, then they will follow you, and then they get into trouble, and you don't. Freaking Understeer. Now, if I get massive Understeer in this setup changes that we did, then we know that that front splitter is actually very dominant. So then that we then know as well. And the nice thing about all this BOP stuff on LFM is then we drove with the Ferrari like a low 218. Now I feel you should like be capable to do this with this car as well. There's no like weird BOP stuff going on. So yeah, let's wait for this Lambo. Okay.
E7. Brake temperatures look good.
Oh, there's actually a very nice corner. Hopefully we don't have to lift here. All right, mate. Okay, so a little bit too sharp. A little bit too cutting the corner that lost radio a little bit too much, so it goes a lot faster, I believe. I think we can get some more ride height still. I think that front splitter is definitely doing something, because it feels like the setup was not changed, and we changed quite a lot to get rid of Understeer. It's still pretty stable, I would say. If you're not really super experienced and you're like decently new to this game, then this would be a really good setup for you. Because over here it's just like, no issues on the fast corners. Okay, totally got the brake here. Well, I invalidated it anyway. Oh man, I look like a clown. So we're gonna push this back up, and this one I'm so maybe a little bit more bump stop rate on the rear. So see the bump stop rate as your next spring, and I want it to be bouncing more on the rear when it's under load. I want to have more traction on the front when we are under load on this bump stop rate. So we're making it harder, makes the car rotate more when we go on throttle and under load, like in particular. Now, guys, if I missed like a comment or a question, just re-ask again. I actually want to answer all the questions all the time. And if I did not respond to you, then I just missed it. Sorry for that. Yeah, okay. I like the settings of the DC and ABS. They don't feel like I need to change them. So this one will be a 3. Bias. Thank you, sir. Rider. Totally forgot to change the brake bias. 5% we decrease it. And that one. Now this is gonna change everything as well. First corner, yeah, foot snap on oversteer. We'll see. It's a sim, yeah, it's not real life. Nobody cares. Okay. I don't have to answer to like a Mercedes team. Did you wreck the car in the first corner? Yeah, sorry.
Don't cross the white line. Sector 1 is green. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them.
Yeah, rotate braking, yeah. But this car has like the tendency to do that too much, so we're gonna look at brake bias if this is a problem that we created now, but we'll see.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
Oh, see? Definitely more playful on the rear. But then again, outlap, tires cold, no air, no pressure in the tires. It's actually really rotating now, so see how that's sliding? It's a lot better. I like it. It's very promising, at least. This corner will be the... So this corner, yeah, on Spa, this will be like your tuning bottleneck for this car. If you can control it in that corner, then the rest should not be an issue.
Yellow flag. Green flag, all clear. Green flag in sector 1.
Still a bit understeer here. Oh, it's very pointy. Top speed is not that great. Clean lap for once would be nice. It really feels like this car has so much power on that first initial acceleration. Now, this is looking really well. I really liked our Rouge over here. Very safe, very responsive, a lot of grip on the front. Decent top speed over here.
Sector 1 is 0.26 off the pace. Yellow flag.
Now, I'm not sure if I put it in first gear here. A lot of times a first gear can get you into trouble. Oh, okay, well. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem with this corner, and that's basically what I was expecting. And we had to invalidate the lap, of course.
Right side, clear right.
I think the brake bias needs to be a little bit more on the plus to get...
It's clear. Green flag.
Oh, we can have a look at the steer ratio. It doesn't feel right. Felt thunder, okay. So needs to be farther away or closer by? I have some knowledge of this setup, so I will try to make a clean lap again.
Green flag, sector 2.
Let's see if it still looks that pretty as that first lap. It still looks very pretty. Noise. I like it. We only have that double left-hander, yeah, to worry about. I'm already worried. What's gonna happen? Let's increase this a little bit. I'm not sure if we should be in first gear here. Oh yes, this feels fast. Now we got this corner. Not fast by any means, but at least we're not sliding. I think we can look at the steer ratio for this issue.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
0.8 off the pace. Okay. Higher pressure on the right front needs to be adjusted still. Maybe that can help us with that double left-hander as well.
V3.
219.2.
0.42 off the pace.
Well, it's definitely 0.8 faster than we started out with.
The leader has
Let's
just done
see.
217.
Very weird place for the camera. So felt thunder. Is it too high or too low, or it's like the field of view, or how far we're in front or we're in the back? Let me know. I'm always into new stuff, you know. I'm not saying I'm the end all be all in this game, but yeah, your setup guides very good and useful. Thanks for the feedback, mate. Okay. So basically, if we don't have that issue on the double left-hander, this could be 75. It has probably something to do with bumps. Let's talk bump settings a little bit. We don't use Motec, but I do have a feeling that if we push this on 6, probably we're gonna be in a way better spot for the double lefter. What's happening there? It's already a little bit of a decline that you go down. You know what corner I mean, I'm gonna show you on the screen. If this doesn't work, then there are still other ways. So we're talking these corners, yeah? Can you see the mouse? Explain. Okay. Well, I need to stick with this for now, because if I'm changing setup, and so I need to like use the same parameters to change field of view. So I'm gonna stick with this for now. Actually, pretty happy I can drive 218 lap times to like high 218s. On the VR I can do like maybe 217 even. So what I wanted to say, where we have this car right now, because it's already a bit like going down here and we are braking a little bit to rotate the car into the corner. This means if we have a bit more bump, then this initial response of entry will be a little bit delayed. So it gives us a little bit more time and it doesn't make the car that snappy. At least that's the theory behind it. Let's see if that's actually working. I'm gonna see how that is affected now. And this is just one way, and it's obviously it's gonna affect all the corners, but high bump settings also allow you to decrease the brake bias a little bit more again. Well, Lapada, you're gonna be in for a treat, mate, because if you're doing the upgrade pod from Logitech to Fanatec, it's night and day, probably. Just need to heat up the front tires a little bit. It became a little bit more understeery because of the bump setting, but we'll see. Maybe we can change a few other values. Let's see how this is behaving here. Very nice. Looks good. Okay, let's go.
Brake temperatures are fine, mate.
So you can see bump settings did not affect me on our rouge, which is a great thing because that's the problem, yeah? Our rouge needs to be intact. Please, car, move out of the way. Oh, it's not a good corner here. Should take a lot more curb over there. Still a little bit playful, unfortunately. after this, we're gonna try one more lap. Looking good in its gain, yeah.
Yellow flag, last lap time was at 2:19.39. Green flag.
So this setup, if you have the proper steering inputs, then our rouge should not be an issue. It's absolutely good on our rouge. Oh, I'm completely screwing up this corner. No, we're still okay. Still 0.
Flag.
Oh man, it validated again. Come on.
Flag limits. This lap will be deleted.
It's how you release the brakes. That's, I think, the thing with this Mercedes. If you can release it slowly, then you should not get into trouble. Now for my own mental health, I want to have a clean lap in a 218 with this car before I can say this is a good setup and I'm ready to share it. One more lap, let's go.
Sector 2 is now green.
It's a lot of curb. It's the braking, mate. It's the braking. But it's very hard.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
And I had to invalidate it again.
Track limits, please, Arno.
Frustrating, bruh. Shit, man. So I'm not gonna spend 3 hours to get it perfect lap time. Well, at least we're the fastest Merc in the lobby. I don't really feel this is helping me. It's actually hurting me overall and not helping me in that corner. I think the braking... So yeah. it's a nice idea, and BMW, it actually works. I feel that it works. Maybe it's just be a little bit less like this, and to maybe have a less of a pitchy nose on that braking point what we're talking about earlier. We could maybe decrease the bump stop range a little bit, and maybe get a little bit more toe on the rear to increase rotation overall. Let's see. 2.5, okay, oh, that will be noticeable. Noise. Okay, so few changes were made still, and aero wise it's behaving really nice on the faster corners now. It's probably going to be a little bit, this one was at 16. We're gonna have to test it out, see if El Rouge is still okay. Yeah, eh? Well, Thunder, let's try that out. This is going to be the last car for now, yeah, because I'm actually running out of time and still need to give the missus a little bit of attention, yeah, before we go to sleep. Okay, what do we change? We changed a little bit on the bump stop range. On the front, a little bit less range, and a little bit more toe. Fine tuning. Oh yeah, and I need to change that front left. This one I will have a little bit more pressure, and also this one. This one as well. A little bit. Maybe reduce the splitter to yeah. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Well, maybe a little bit, yeah, because I'm thinking, because it's behaving quite nicely overall, and if it changes, then it changes everything, yeah. That's the hardest thing. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Let's see how this operates. I'm not so worried about changing multiple things. Not anymore. I used to like only change one thing, but gonna drive till like 2 a.m. in the morning. I just don't have the time.
All clear, opposite exit, green flag, you're clear. You've got cold brakes.
The tire temperatures were okay, yeah? I checked the pressures. That's like responding to artwork 2010. Curious where all that oversteer actually comes from now. That's the toe, or the toe. It's the toe. The toe is creating this oversteer. Yes. And this toe is, I think it's the way to go, basically. I don't worry about tire wear on the toe values. I made a video, like an older video. It's a really crappy video. But there I tested out max toe settings, and it doesn't affect tire wear at all, like nothing. Over 10 laps it was basically the same. Okay, few laps and then still very nice on the high speeds, so no issues there.
Flag.
It's
Green
also
flag, incident clear.
behaving nicely. Let's see if our rouge is still good. It's okay, yeah? It's good. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away.
That's 20 minutes.
Come
to
on,
go,
go
20
away.
minutes. Yellow flag. Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
Just, he was coming out of the pit, yeah? I actually tried to avoid him, but why? And I'm apologizing because I was the guy hitting him, so let's try this again. Yeah, no, but you know, just move along. You know, you're in your out lap.
Its exit is clear. Push now. You're clear. Incident clear.
I really think it's just inexperience or just like lack of focus. Like, oh, was somebody there? I'm actually not alone.
Yellow flag.
And that guy like that is just sets us back like 5 minutes. You know, that's 5 minutes of our time that we are never ever getting back. That's actually the biggest crime, you know.
Incident clear. Back to green flag.
Wuhan, yeah, that corner is called Wuhan. Do I pronounce that right? Wuhan. Bentley, what's up?
Incident clear. Green flag.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Well, let's see if we can do at least get like a decent clean lap in. Not overshooting every exit at least. Let's go.
V4.
Oh, another car coming. Ah, that one we will overtake. Ah, come on, man.
This lap won't count. You've got the track.
It's just one of those days that I keep overshooting and get into track limits. Obviously, I'm not really used to driving this car, but it's not an excuse, okay?
Yellow flag. incident clear. Green flag.
Looks good, yeah. It's just the braking, man. It forces you to brake better, more precise, releasing it gently.
Remaining, 15 minutes to go.
So we're looking good here, yeah? I want to make that clean. I'm gonna try that one more time.
Sector 2 is clear.
Great exit here. So if you take over the setup that I have here, maybe that stereo ratio, what we learned today, can maybe a little bit of adjust it for this entry problem.
Sector 1 is 0.25 off the base.
Looks okay. This is the braking, yeah. You can see you can replicate this again. A little bit slower than the last lap. To invalidate it again. Bruh. Amazing, man. What an absolute shit evening we have. Gadverdamme. Yeah, maybe some people have the same issue. I saw a comment once like Spa is like a track limit festival.
Green flag, you're clear of the incident.
So yeah, 218. I'm just overshooting it everywhere, and it's just one of those days. Tomorrow it can be all fixed. Setup. I'm gonna show. Yeah, these values. Now you can try this as well, but yeah, see how that is working. This is just from the aggressive preset. These values. Now if it's still, I think that ratio, what did we say, like higher values?
The leader has just done a 216.74.
Higher ratio means like more, a lower ratio, less sensitive, we said, or more sensitive. So maybe you increase this a little bit, yeah? And that can really help you out in that corner. And same goes for braking, yeah? When we braking into that Wuhan corner and you release it too early, then it starts snapping. So it's in your brake pedal, and it's hard. I don't think it's easy. So this is definitely a massive drawback of this car, but it definitely motivates you to be more precise on the braking, so you can actually learn something from this car. So yeah, this one, this one, this one, this one, damper settings, aero settings. Just call them this A6 and then that will be it. So around 12. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe that is something. Maybe I can make a video about steer ratios and how they affected by it. Yeah, it's a nice metric to play around with. I'm gonna stop the stream here. I tired. I'm having track limits all day, so that's not gonna improve. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to be here next week, but maybe the week after. I will put in the community tab when I go live. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please hit that like button, that really helps me out. And if you want to support me for €5, you can be a Patreon. And the first 10 members will always have a special place in my heart. So guys, see you in the next one, yeah?